Hello and welcome to Hank Games Without Hank. I accidentally started this game without you, but we're only 1 minute and 39 seconds in, so you didn't miss much. We are playing Tottenham, the Tottenham Hotspur. And ball John Green just failed to finish. What? How is that a foul? Oh, it was offside. That's not... I completely disagree with you that was offside, and in fact, so does your little line thingy. So, bad call, supposedly omnipotent computer. So a lot of you wanted me to talk about the early days of YouTube and the world of like Lonely Girl 15 and other early YouTubers. I'm happy to do that. What? You gonna call that back and give him a red card because that's what he deserves? Should I shoot from here or not? Tell me in comments. Also, tell me what you want me to talk about next time. Apparently, I should not have shot from there. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with the shooting. I'm holding down the RB button like you insist that I do, and I'm shooting from 30 yards, which seems like the right amount of distance to shoot from, but all is not going well. Oh, look at ball John Green. Oh, that was a great tackle, but not great enough, unfortunately. So I thought I'd do that. I mean, it's funny that, you know, when I think of the early days of YouTube, I think that I missed a lot of it because I didn't get on YouTube until the middle of 2006 in the days of, you know, when the most popular channels were Bohem and the Hill 88 and Ask a Ninja. But to a lot of people, of course, those are the old days of YouTube. And, you know, the fact that to me I missed the first 8 months of growth on the site always makes me feel like I'm still a bit of a YouTube noob even after all these years. But not a great cross there from other John Green. But yes, to many of you, many of you were like, you know, not on YouTube in those days. So, you know, it was a really interesting site. And I will say that the thing that you hear the most is that it was a very community-focused site and a very, you know, a site driven by individual personalities and relationships and building of communities. And in some ways that's true, and in some ways it's not. I mean, I think that YouTube is still a very community-focused website. I don't know that they necessarily want to be, but I think they sort of are. And they kind of can't. Oh, he was offside. I needed to play a quicker pass. No, he was always offside. So he needed to just be smarter. They're clearly playing an offside trap with us, which they're going to come to regret. You don't screw around with the Swoodilypoopers, Tottenham. Uh-oh. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. But you missed. Sorry, Jermaine Defoe, but you missed. So the like a good example of how much YouTube is still a community-driven site is this whole Reply Girls issue, which I haven't been keeping that much track of because I tend to try to steer clear of YouTube drama, I suppose. But there still is a lot of YouTube drama, just as there was in 2006 and 2007. In 2006, a lot of the drama was driven by, you know, strong personalities like Renetto and hold on, I'm getting a phone call. It's Sarah. Hi, Sarah. I'm playing Swindon Town Swoodilypooper football, so anything that you say might be overheard, but probably not. How's it going? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, it's a third-degree burner. Sorry. Hey, how are you? I'm doing well. Yeah, I just almost gave up a goal, but I didn't. They had 3 on none, but Ricardo Bunsen-Burner is just a fantastic goalkeeper. Oh right. I can't remember what I was calling about, but I will call you back once I'm done. What was I calling about? Calendars. Oh, I'll call you back once I'm finished playing, beating the crap out of Tottenham. That was presumptuous of me considering that they're dominating. But okay. All right. I'll talk to you later. All right. Bye. She did say good luck there at the end. That is nice. Oh yeah, I am playing her beloved Tottenham Hotspur. So, but I don't want to upset her by telling her I'm going to try to beat Tottenham. So yeah, it was you know, like so a lot of the drama was driven by the early personalities, and then also by, you know, not like in the case of Lonely Girl 15, by not knowing whether Lonely Girl 15 was fictional or not, which was of course fascinating. I had passed there and I didn't take it. a fascinating issue. There was this web show, Lonely Girl 15, and it turned out to be a production. But for a long time, many people, including me, thought that it was a real girl who had some kind of weird quasi-satanic family, which was really fast. Oh, that's got to be a foul. It is. It's a penalty. It's a penalty. You don't have to like it. You just have to accept it because it was a penalty. Ball John Green was turning in on goal, and he was about to score a beautiful goal. Okay. He's a finisher. He's a finisher. He's a finisher. He's a finisher. Yes, he's a finisher. I just like to put it right down the middle because that always works. Congratulations to Ball John Green. He is so beautiful. That's the only way we can score now, apparently, here at the Swindon Town Swoodilypoopers is via penalty, but I'll take it. Look at right down the middle. Right. Look, let's see it one more time. Scoop. And run to the corner and celebrate with your mustache. So, up, I believe this is our first half lead in the last 10 games. So that's something. We've been scoring in like the 88th minute a lot. So it's nice to have a first half goal. Although given how Tottenham have been performing, I am certainly nervous that it will not hold up. But hopefully we can at least get to the second half here. But... Right. So what I was going to say is that the site has grown so much since those early days. I mean, this is hard to think about, but it was when we first started making Brotherhood 2.0, you could be on the most popular and most discussed pages of YouTube with like 100 comments and, a couple hundred positive ratings. And a lot of people back then mostly saw YouTube as a way of embedding content onto other websites instead of having it native to YouTube. So, for example, we didn't, when we first started Brotherhood 2.0, it was really based at brotherhood2.com, not at youtube.com/vlogbrothers, which really, I mean, I never looked at youtube.com/vlogbrothers except to occasionally make fun of YouTube commenters who would just like discover our show randomly, and then they would be humorous in one way or another. So we didn't really start to think of YouTube as the center, as the platform for the program, or the platform for the community until ASIO. Oh, no. Oh, Berna. Great save. We didn't really start to think of it that way until it was, fairly late in 2007. And I think that was the case for most people on YouTube. Like, I know that was the case for, for instance, Ask a Ninja, which always saw YouTube as not the place where he wanted his content, or primarily wanted his content watched. It was certainly the case for Zay Frank, who didn't even upload his videos to YouTube. And why is that a pen? Why? Because I'm so good looking? Is that why? Do you find Fitzhall attractive, referee, and that's why you gave him a penalty? Because that's the only possible reason I can see. Oh, gosh. Fitzhall. Yes. Oh, he's big. He's small. He's also short. And furthermore, he's tall. He's one size Fitzhall. All right. So, it was such a small site in those early days that was the main difference, was a difference of scale. But I think the other main difference was that in some ways, people complain a lot about how YouTube doesn't feature content from new users or whatever. But in the old days of YouTube, people complained about that a lot as well. And YouTube really had a stranglehold on what people watched in a way they don't now. Because what really launched channels in 2007 and even to a lesser extent in 2008 was a front page feature. And that doesn't even really exist anymore. I mean, functionally, there's no such thing anymore as like a really getting featured on the front page of YouTube. So they gave that power over to the users, for better and in some cases for worse, because it doesn't always, I'm not always pleased with the content that I get from, I wish that there was someone at YouTube curating content, introducing me to great content, a human being whose, career was devoted to finding stuff to share with me channels that I would like or whatever, and then doing a good job of finding them for me. That's something that YouTube was really good at in 2007, and I think they've chosen to step away from that role. But sometimes I wish that they would get back into that, even though when they were doing it, people complained about it constantly. So that's really the biggest change to me. But to me, it's still a very community-driven site. In some ways, it's even more of a community-driven site than it was then. And yes, there's a lot more so-called premium content on YouTube. And yes, there are lots of major media companies trying to figure out how to use YouTube to make a lot of money and everything. But I still, yikes, see it. I know you should be upset with yourself, Mr. Lennon. Because, whoa, you had a whole goal at your disposal. Man, that could have gone worse for us. I still see it very much as a site that's defined by and driven by user-generated content. And you see that even with their original channel initiative. For those of you who don't know, YouTube gave out grants to fund original channels that will be native to YouTube. And will have high quality content content with high production values, I should say. And we got one of those. That's how we were able to make SciShow and Crash Course. But you see even then, I mean, the vast majority of that program went to not people who are making user-generated content, but to big production companies that are trying to launch major shows, and some of those are succeeding and some of them aren't. But what you're seeing is that the shows that are having the easiest time of it in terms of finding an audience and building an audience are user-generated shows, like SourceFed, for instance, which is Philip DeFranco's, produced by Philip DeFranco and run by him. And Phil's someone who's understood YouTube in a deep way for a very long time. I mean, Phil has been making videos longer than we have, and has been making really good videos longer than we have. And so I still think that it's driven the same way that it always was. Oh, I'm sorry, Van de Vaart. You're one of my favorite players, but you just lost to the Swindon Town Swoodilypoopers. That's right. The bald John Green and the other John Green and Merrick and that other bald guy. I think it might be Tina Fey. Anyway, we did it. We beat the Tottenham Hotspurs, and we did it with a penalty from bald John Green. Congratulations to the Swindon Town Swoodilypoopers, and congratulations to Ricardo Bunsen-Berna, who had a fantastic game. Thanks for watching. Best wishes.